The year is 2012 and the London Olympics are in full swing. Your boy is rocking the cargos and a sweet super dry jumper. Yet there was something even cooler taking place over in the boxing arena. Namely, Britain was about to secure the most gold boxing medals of any country for the first time in 104 years. And there really were some notable names in the team, including Luke Campbell, Nicola Adams, Fred Evans, Anthony Ogogo, and of course, Anthony Joshua. With Britain being the host country, it seemed understandable that they'd want to field a stacked lineup. But maybe this success indicated a shifting culture of boxers prioritising the amateur scene and seeking out Olympic medals. However, just 12 years later, the British Olympic boxing picture looks bleak.
As soon as that medal was around my neck, 8 years condensed in that split second.
If they said, the Games is in next week or in 2 weeks' time, I'd be ready to go. At Paris, I'm getting a gold medal.
So I would like to think I am the full package now and I'm ready for whatever it takes.
Despite general optimism and substantial hype from the media, 5 of Great Britain's 6 boxers crashed out in the first round. The headliners, Delicious Ori and Rosie Eccles, both suffered from 3-2 split decisions, while Patrick Brown lost unanimously to the Brazilian Keno Machado. Falling to similar split decision fates, Charlie Davidson succumbed to Turkey's Hatis Akbas, and Chantel Reed was defeated in a close encounter with Moroccan Khadija Mahdi. The country's hopes are now pinned solely upon Lewis Richardson's shoulders after 2 split decision victories at the time of this recording. So what exactly has gone wrong? The British media, unsurprisingly, has been completely impartial on the matter. Bear in mind, these headlines are coming from newspapers like The Sun, Daily Express and Lad Bible, which isn't always the most reliable journalism. But nonetheless, the overwhelming impression is that cheating has foiled the British fighters at the Games. And as a fellow Briton, I'm happy to join this angry mob. Just kidding. Although corruption in boxing is rife, especially at the Olympics, which I've covered previously in my video, The Scary Reality of Robots in Boxing, there are definitely other factors at play here. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Now let's delve into why Britain's Olympic boxing bid fell apart. Firstly, Britain loses more boxers to the paid professional ranks than any other nation bar the USA, understandably. Consequently, very notable young talents opt to avoid the Games when they otherwise would have had a very substantial chance at securing a medal. Take the Slovakian-born Brit Moses Italma, who won a youth gold at the European and World Championships.
To say that he is the future of this division and this sport, he's going to be the star of this sport.
So what the bottom line is, he's a teenager, he's still only 19.
Straight away on that front foot. Oh, what a shot!
Or look at Junaid Bostan, Cameron Viong and Levi Barnes, all incredible prospects below the age of 22, yet opting to go pro. Now, I actually believe this is the correct decision in light of evidence like the McLaren report, but it certainly hinders GB's Olympic success, especially when countries like Cuba and Uzbekistan field the best of the best. The amateur pool Britain draws upon just isn't that large. The COVID pandemic affected the whole world, yet due to the relative close proximity of much of Britain's population and terrible leadership.
Hold on.
The British Olympic training schedule was disrupted considerably. Travel was reduced so the boxers weren't subjected to stern tests against foreign opponents, and the cycle was reduced to 3 years instead of 4. Although disruptions impacted everyone, Britain was seriously hurt. With no returning boxers from Tokyo, the squad had to be entirely reassembled in this shorter time span, leading to a lack of experience and possibly underqualified inclusions. And when you consider the stacked lineup at the Tokyo Games, which included Ben Whittaker, Lauren Price, Galal Yafai, Pat McCormack and Fraser Clark, securing 2 golds, 2 silvers and 2 bronzes, the inability to recall seems insanely costly. Furthermore, the political climate hasn't helped. In the wake of the invasion of Ukraine, and with the International Boxing Association under the influence of a Russian president, Umar Kremlev, Britain opted to become affiliated to a federation called World Boxing instead. Despite it having more than 40 affiliates, the competition is far less robust. For example, Delicious Ori literally arrived at the Olympics having not fought at the Amateur World Championships, while Pat Brown had not contested one major international tournament prior to the Games. Perhaps this has played a hand in the media overhyping fairly untested fighters. Now, some have pointed the finger at GB Boxing Performance Director Rob McCracken for the inherent issues. But not only did he oversee the successful campaigns at London, Rio and Tokyo, he was also a skilled boxer himself. Therefore, he has the credentials and experience, and I feel much of the turmoil is outside of his control. On this point of external forces, I did promise that I wouldn't overly play the corruption card, but recent developments do make it difficult. Honestly, at this point, I'm just tired. Everything I learn about Olympic boxing just disappoints me. And with there being talk of it being removed from the Olympics in the coming years, developments like this really don't help, do they? So it's highly possible that dark forces have played a hand in the British failure, but on top of this, a combination of tough draws, inexperience, and an overwhelming focus on the pro ranks has cost the island nation. But now I want to hear what you guys think. Have I missed anything key, or is it just a case of other countries bettering the British in terms of their amateur systems? Or are the media just overhyping British athletes? Please let me know down in the comments below. Consider liking and subscribing, it means the most, and more content will be coming out soon. Cheers.